How you doing? Scythe here, and I'm about to do another random spaceship. So last time round we had the Solchas class raider, the Slorizorg, belonging to the Heian Raiders. So today it's also going to be for the Heian Raiders, aliens. Yeah, I'm going to be going on to here and seeing what it throws up. So I've got a choice of 3. Let's go, shall we? So, let's hit refresh a couple of times just to be sure. I'm not even going to pay attention to what I'm refreshing. Come on. One more should do it. And let's have a look. Another raider. Yeah, that works. The Ochevov is a Beacon class raider, which suits pirates perfectly. Scratched and covered in asteroid dust. That'll be an interesting one for me to try and put together. Front-mounted Zeta Kilo Cobalt Digitizer. Wow. Bioelectric security shield, and we're just going... Oh, constructed by, but doesn't belong to the Madriliac government. Madriliac. Okay, fine. So we have the Ochevov. Shall we begin the time lapse? we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Ochevoth. It's a Bican class raider, although it is a bit big for a radar. What? Raider? Scythe can't speak. And yeah, I was trying to go for similar colorations, but obviously constructed by a completely different source than the Slorazorg. It's basically the entire ship is nothing more than a massive set of engines to carry this fucker, which is what I've imagined as the Zeta Kilobolt digitizer. So you imagine digitizer, digital weaponry, but the way that I am kind of envisioned it working in my head is that this ship jumps in and this is the weapon that it basically points at the enemy, and anything in front of it basically gets converted Tron style into ones and zeros, binary data, and pulled into these massive capacitor banks and then stored in these, building size RAM modules. Now you'd think to yourself, what the hell would be the purpose in that as a weapon? Because all you're basically doing is just, you're removing the enemy rather than destroying them. But this is where the bioelectric security shield comes in. Because the first thing I thought when I heard the word electric was, of course, Tesla coils. So basically, the entire ship is protected by two massive fucking Tesla coils, hence bioelectric. And if they ever get bored, or, they've just stored way too much in the RAM, how else do you sort out your RAM on a computer? You've reformatted the hard drive, you've reinstalled your operating system, but for whatever reason your RAM's still fucking up, so you flash it. And they're flashing it in style. They turn the Tesla coils on the RAM and flash the fucking RAM and electrify everything that's been digitized on there. And that is how this ship deals with the enemy. They turn up and they simply remove it. If it's something that they want to, raid and pillage and so on and so forth, they go to a suitable location and they undigitize it. Or maybe they just undigitize certain parts of the crew, or undigitize certain parts of the cargo. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. And then they just delete the rest. Fuck only knows. But this is what they're doing. They digitize it, they fuck off, they undigitize it, or they flash it later. And that's how they deal with the enemy. I went for having two whacking great engines on the back. They are of a similar style to the ones that I used to do for my Scythian ships, but obviously different. You've got these big teeth, the engines aren't pure square, they're like thrusters, you've got these flash panels that are obviously there to direct the engine flow, and I'm actually going to put something in this gap here. Where are we? There we go. Just to make sure there's no irritating empty gaps in there. And that's how the ship gets around. This top section is just a lump of armour, basically. I haven't decided what's in there. But in this really rather well-hidden section at the back, that's the bridge and the escape pods, which I'd normally colour white just to match in with the rest of the ship and say, oh, they're escape pods, or oh, they're missiles, or oh, they're whatever. But let's face it, if this ship's going down, it's just the bridge crew that are getting out. Everyone else can fuck off and die. Because they're pirates. They don't give half a flying fuck. But that is the Ochevoth. It's a Bican class radar. I can't say the word right this morning. I am just an absolute part. But oh shit, I missed a bit. And yeah, the Slorazorg will come in and it's got the guns, but this is the ship you really need to be scared of, because if they just don't like you, they'll delete you or electrocute you. They don't care, they're not picky. But that's the Ochevoth. Thank you very much for watching. Ta-ra for now.